Those people that make you drink that.
Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garoop Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the Commander Smiths at patreon.com. Ooh, welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowry Smith.
Don't worry.
Expect Malort.
Oh, damn it.
I see Josh in the... not saying it's a given.
Yeah, no, the
he's
warning.
not forced to.
The
It's
warnings
just
are-
a little bit of Pavlov's dog here. We see the chat. And
Oh,
we don't.
motherfucker. He just did it.
Just 60.
Oh, because he said it's a 4-shot night. Oh,
It's a short podcast night.
Yeah, it's a short podcast. Not to mention, we are doing this tomorrow too. So can we ask you here, Josh? Can we split these into tonight and tomorrow, or did you want it as a 4-shot night? I mean, we can work it.
Let me know, because I'm going to text my wife right now.
Yeah,
and just be like, I'll sleep in the basement.
If it's a 4-shot night, I'm not drinking whiskey because I don't want to drink
I'm
whiskey
just going
on
to
the
text
rocks.
her.
Yeah. So this is gonna be fun. Oh, I might as well get the dang bottle out here. We might as well start it off right away.
She's been warned. I just said mourned. She's mourning.
This is episode 281. And we got kind of, this might be a shorter episode because, sorry, I'm looking down while I'm pouring my Malort here.
Right.
Oh, God. Did you read that? He said, no, for tomorrow as well. You're a son of a bitch. What? Are you going out of town again anytime soon?
Anytime soon. That's all right. We got a break.
Yeah, we do have a big break here. So this is going to be, I got vacation starting on Monday. So for those of you watching right now, or if you're watching then the next day, we will be doing a secret episode tomorrow. It's not really secret, but it won't air. We'll pull it back off of YouTube, put it private so you can't see it anymore after tomorrow night. So if you want to catch that a week and a half before anybody else is going to see it, jump on tomorrow. And I guess we have 4 Malorts set up for there. Yeah, you have been gone a long time, Josh, and you're making up for it right here. Let's do the old repaid debts, wiener, or my mom saying, you know, those people, where is it? There it is.
Those people that make you drink that.
I should have her change it to Josh D, who makes you drink that. I at least hope you're taking one with us, buddy. All right. Cheers, Josh. Welcome back.
Cheers, Josh.
Oh, great. I think I got goosebumps.
Yep. Same.
I can't see it there. You can see it better on the tattoo. Ugh. All right. So, yeah, what does she mean by those people? All right. So, 281. What are we? It's a shorter podcast. We aren't. This is gonna be interesting to try to hit all these in there. I'm glad.
Not if we're having a 4-shot night. There's no way it will go long. That's what she said.
I wish. But yeah,
it's not whiskey. I mean, you're drinking whiskey.
No,
which
I'm
never
not.
helps,
At this point, I still have the beer. I was about to switch over.
There's a reason why they don't say, oh, you got Malort dick tonight, huh? It's nobody says that because nobody will kiss you. If you
exactly. I
have
was
Malort
gonna
breath.
say It is not a sensual thing.
I
'cause
roll
you're not
over.
Hi, honey.
Are you sleeping? And then it's, don't breathe on me, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's Cindy's like, I can tell when you have a big Malort night because you just stink. And I'm like, I brushed my teeth. I was like, yeah, but you smell like Malort.
Right.
Like it's disgusting.
It's just coming out of your breath,
pores.
like emanating from your pores.
Yeah.
It's so
like
because that's
it's the new garlic.
absolutely it's the new garlic. Yes. It keeps away not vampires, but
Everyone.
everybody. Yes.
Okay, so what are we actually doing on this podcast today or tonight?
We're going to talk about the cards that we think are overused.
And we've done
which
this
is
before.
Different.
We have done this, but it was 205. It was episode 205.
That was the last time we did it?
Last time we did this.
A little over a year ago, huh?
Yeah, so that's like 70 something. It's a little over a year ago. We aren't doing overrated, it's overused. So these are cards that are, we're not saying they're bad, or anything. We're just saying they're getting used a lot. As you can see from the thumbnail.
They probably shouldn't be being used as much.
So we're going to kind of go through that. We don't have Stump the Smith Savant still. That is taking a hiatus until after vacation. So don't worry, it's not gone. We're getting back to that. And then we just finished up with Staple Versus. So somehow we fit 3 more shots into all of this. I don't know how this is gonna this will be the most amount of Malort in the shortest amount of time. Normally a 4-shot Malort night is like a 2-hour podcast night. This isn't probably going to be an hour-long podcast. It's like garlic, but
it's not
worse.
like garlic, but worse. Garlic is a plus.
Yes,
I have eaten like spoonfuls of minced garlic.
Garlic is
like,
amazing. That's all I had for dinner last night was garlic toast. Like I love garlic toast. It's delicious.
It's so good.
And like, do you ever do spaghetti sandwiches with garlic toast? Like I'll take just regular bread. And that's the only way I eat spaghetti now is I make it a sandwich, kind of open face.
This isn't a look of judging. This is going.
Oh, duh.
You used to judge me for this. Remember my
not garlic. Your spaghetti.
My spaghetti
sandwich.
Chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, but that's you had every.
That's the same thing.
No, mine is just a garlic toast, like the one that you get at the loaf of bread. It's probably a top 10 food for me because adding the spaghetti with like kielbasa or not the meatballs, but
I just feel like you've judged me for over a decade on this.
I'm still judging.
And you don't think I added garlic to that bread? You just think it was plain ass bread?
Well,
it might have been plain ass bread.
Yeah,
that was a while ago. I was depressed.
Was that with your meat bucket and everything too? I mean, that's pretty much around the same.
Meat bucket was the next year.
I know it still does. It blends together. What did I make the other day where you did like the Obi-Wan Kenobi or the Yoda like proud moment? Like, what did I mix? I mixed
peanut butter and tuna fish salad.
Yeah.
Or was it chicken salad?
No,
or
it was tuna. It was because we made tuna melts, and I am the only one that eats leftovers. So I'm like, well, I got to eat this. I was like, what might be good is if I put peanut butter on this sandwich, and god damn it, it was delicious. It was amazing.
I believe it.
And you were the only person that was like, that might be pretty good. Everybody else is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? My neighbor's like, that looks like cat vomit.
Right. There was a lot of judging going on. Normally our Discord is a judge-free zone, and that was the time that it wasn't.
Something fell behind me. It's the Malort.
Your house
ghost.
is haunted.
I don't even know what fell. Something made a big loud noise. Scared the crap out of me. Maybe it's the potato. Nope. Cindy saw that.
Potatoes.
Let me get that really quick.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, check out this potato.
It's alive.
Look at that. Like it's perfect where the nose almost came in. And like whoever drew the nose there, it might be a booger actually coming out of the nose.
Right. And then just the farmer's blow that's a mid blow.
And then his ear, look at that sucker. Oh, and I didn't even notice the stuff on the back. He's got a mohawk kind of starting.
He's a rockin' potato right there.
Yeah, and then he's got
he looks like an evil clown with green hair, basically.
This is SmithCon action right there. There's multiple nipples and yeah, so potatoes coming along nicely. That's a birthday gift there. Oh gosh. All right. I'm still like not looking forward to this Malort. I don't know what fell back there.
Do you want to get up and go look?
I just don't
All
see
right.
anything on the
So
ground.
I don't know. Also, going to try and do Staple versus again this week. Smuggler Share versus Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We will see how that goes. Adam has to read a book for his card, which is stupid. And
It's so good.
it's
so
stupid
good.
how much you got to read.
It's got every
Sagas
red deck.
suck.
Every red deck. Sagas suck. Tom the Bomb will beg to differ on that one. Although very
Never
stressful.
Saw it played. Never saw it.
Freaking amazing. That deck it probably might be one of my favorites, like top 5. But it's very complicated where I have to be in a very calming environment. Because if I go into another SmithCon with that deck, I think I'll have a panic attack. That's just how that deck works. But
I don't think you need to.
Yeah. So we have to also go over our results of 2 weeks ago because we did not do that last week because we talked way too much. And yeah, so we got what was that one? Oh, Ancient Tomb against City of Brass. So I'm seeing people are hitting the likes and all that stuff. So you guys, make sure you hit the likes if you're watching this live. That helps us quite a bit. Seeing that pop up there. Everybody just hit the like things. The like things? Are you gonna hit a button? It looks like you're about to do something.
No, I just enlarged my screen because I was for some reason, but I'm stalled out. So
really,
there's no video for me. Yeah, nothing's moving. That's scary.
I can still see you. You're moving on our end. So
Great.
Maybe it's
me.
You're trying to get out of this with the Malort. You're like, oh darn it, my screen doesn't work anymore. Well, so this is going to be interesting. So you have no screen of being able to see any visually stuff. So what if I switch?
You're like face down, touching your nose, and I am.
That's it.
Looking in the camera. That's it. It's not. I don't know. Like I don't need to see what's going on as long as you can. Just it's half a warning that something's going on.
Well, hang on. Let me see if I switch something here. I'm going to switch to card preview, which would be what we're going to be talking about. Did that change anything?
Got it. Got me there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's just look at that.
Don't know what happened.
We're solving problems on the live.
Look at that. That doesn't normally happen.
Yeah. Don't ask me to do that in another half an hour when we have Malort deep in us. Oh man, that's.
By the way, should we take another shot?
God, we have to. I mean, we got
to get 2 out of the way.
Got to get this before we do the tags. Let's do that.
Let's do it after the tags.
Okay, that's a good point. I'll get it poured and ready to go. God, I'm gonna run out of beer because this one was like at just a sliver left, and now I have one beer in that fridge. So I guess we'll see. I think we can do it. All right, we're gonna go through the tags really quick here because we're gonna, like I said, we're making this a tight episode here. You guys can become a patron like our 3 new patrons from last week. No new patrons this week, but that was 3's our record. We've hit 3 many, many times. So if you're thinking about becoming a patron, you don't have to be a $5 right away if you want. You could just jump in and be $1. But if we get a bunch of people doing it, we'll set the record. If we get 4 in 1 week, I don't know. Maybe we'll do something special. I have no idea, but you guys won't know who's becoming patrons.
Thanks for promising something that we will have to keep.
Well, yeah.
It's literally recorded. We can't say no. We didn't say that. There's only one person that can get away with lying like that.
But the thing is you don't know how many people are subscribing and are not subscribing, becoming patrons. So we got to break that record, and we'll do little fun little giveaway. See, I am going to write it down because I said it. Giveaway.
Need to get to 4.
Giveaway for 4 new patrons. All right. So, and that'll be only a patron thing. So that's also a bonus for becoming a patron. So, that's typically, we have little bonuses for patrons that are $5 or more. You get entered in automatically to a lot of our giveaways. But if you're a patron in general, you're part of giveaway stuff as well. So, $1 or more gets you into the Discord. $5 or more gets you proxies each month if you so choose. Last month's was all the different rings, the 1 ring, the elven ring, the dwarven ring, and the human rings. I'm going to be working on stuff when I'm on the 12-hour flight to... Oh, hit the button. You ready? And on my flight to Hawaii...
Oh, good for you.
Starting Monday, I will...
But also... Here you go, AJ.
Oh, that's... I was just about to give a shout-out. Because AJ is going to get hand-delivered his proxies because for some reason... His proxies, every time we send it to him, they send it back saying that address doesn't exist. So AJ is getting a special delivery.
Just a stack of proxies.
Proxies and winnings and all that stuff. He's going to get a bunch of stuff. So I'll see you in, actually, today is Friday. 6 days from today, I will be seeing AJ. So,
good for you.
So yeah, that is, where did I get there? I don't know. We were just doing the giveaway stuff, whatever. So $5.
Yeah.
Financially support the show. The other way you support the show
And the only way that AJ gets his gift
is by us
is
going
when
to
we go
vacation.
see him next time.
Yeah, exactly. Every 10 years, well, I'll come
Every
visit.
10 years.
Well, mine was
Right.
14 years ago when I went to Hawaii last. So, the other
I'm probably at
financial
10
way.
years.
Other financial way.
That's a me. Sorry.
Good for you.
Financial way to support the show is to do what Josh did and make us take Malort shots by donating on the live cast. Anytime we're live, there is a way to donate. Even if you don't want us to do stuff, there's always something for us to do. You can make us do jelly beans on this cast. On the other stuff, sometimes you can make us do hot beans. The Malort shots are always in play. I guess I do have to have this drink. Maybe I get it on the rocks because I did give the shout out to Chris because Chris gave me this at SmithCon. So I kind of have to do that at some point.
You're gonna get fucking smashed.
Damn it.
I would not on a 4.
Yeah. I'll stick
Or
with beer.
Malort night.
Chris, you might be delayed on your shout out to when I get back, or maybe I'll just keep giving you Discord shout outs. That is a financial way to support the show. Just so you guys know, like everything that you guys are doing and everything, it goes back into the show. So just this month, we started up our LLC, Commander Smiths. So it's kind of official in a way, I guess. I don't know. It's an LLC. Does that mean that we're like a business? I don't know.
Right.
The fun thing about the LLC crap.
Government's gonna hate us. We lose money.
Right. Oh, what? Josh, 5 beans each to God. What are you doing? I didn't mean for you to do any more stuff. Oh, where are the beans? There are the beans. I had to find the beans.
Have your boys seen the Bean Boozle at all?
Yes.
Are they like, can I try it?
Oh, they love it. They love this.
They do?
They love the gross ones. They love doing that.
Because Lil Lowry has been asking me lately, and I'm like, they can be gross, but can they be good? Yeah. And then he'll kind of open it, and then the swath comes out. He's like, ugh, ugh, and like puts it away.
Yeah, I haven't had the boys. Well, Zeke won't take it for sure, but Drake would take a hot bean, but I don't want to do that to him because it's
right. I
think there's a kid warning on it too. I think it's like 14 plus or something like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we might as well get a bean out of the way because now we got 5 beans.
I pulled 5 so far. So
Oh, you did.
I pulled out my 5 just so I remember.
All right, so I got a brown one, a confetti one. Ooh, that could be toothpaste or a good one. Yep, there's a popcorn and barf one. All right.
Are we done with our tags? I do curated. It was supposed to be today and tomorrow.
I haven't even gotten to YouTube's yet.
I might just skip this week because we're recording both these days.
Yeah. Anyways,
to do.
You guys can the free way to support the show is jump on YouTube and subscribe. Watch us there. If you get a chance, watch us live or watch the podcast on YouTube. That actually helps us out. So if you financially can't support us by donating money on the live stuff or becoming a patron, if you watch us on YouTube, any of our videos, that actually ends up helping us out in the long run. That's side note. That's why we had to get an LLC, because YouTube's like, hey, you don't get any of that money that's showing on your thing until
all 17 cents.
Right.
You can't have
17 cents until you get an LLC. And it's like, okay, let's start up this LLC. $400 later, son of a bitch. You tricky bastards, YouTube. I think you're in cahoots with the LLC companies. So anyways, that is the free way to support the show. We have multiple videos that go live every week. Curated MTG happens twice a week. While you're talking about your curated MTG, I'm going to take my Bean Boozled.
Hashtag Team Force
Get
Walk.
out of here. Josh, stop it.
Flick the bean.
Oh, that wasn't good.
That's popcorn.
Mine's not. Mine was brown. Oh.
Is that stink bug?
I think it was supposed to be either liver and onions or Cappuccino. I think it's cappuccino. It was actually not as bad as I thought.
Then you don't like cappuccino, or you
No,
being
it just
a little
tasted. It just
weenie
tasted
baby?
weird. It just tasted weird. That's all.
It there are some where you're not sure where they're at.
Mhm.
I agree. Malort throws off taste buds dramatically.
Mm-hmm. All right, what's your curated?
Oh, I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay. Curated is twice a week normally. We had
Tuesdays on the 4th of July. Hopefully everybody had a safe and happy 4th of July.
There
But I
you
did
go.
Jeskai's Ascendancy, which is an enchantment that red, white, and blue.
Mhm.
Get it? I did that on purpose.
Look at you. Look at you.
So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get to untap all of your creatures. They get +1/+1, and you can draw a card, discard a card.
There you go.
So there's a lot going on just for 3 manas.
Manas. It's
Yeah, it's
enchantment. Enchantment, right?
It's an enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the biggest thing with the curate is, or anytime you see a short, like the proxy time stuff, there's also, those are shorts as well. Just make sure you watch them, give them a like. That helps us out. Any video of ours, give them a like. If you're watching it, it's easy. Hit that like button. That helps us out. We're not going to talk about all the other videos, but we have a lot of them. We have gameplays. We have whatever, all that stuff going on every week. It's vacation
Anything
month.
you want from a content creator, we do it.
Pretty much. Yeah. The,
You want some HJs? Yep. We
what?
do it.
What are we doing?
Huh?
Did you say HJs?
I don't.
Is that what you
check
said?
the tape. I'm sorry. I don't know what said. What happened?
Start your breaking up. I can't. You could almost play that off. Yeah. Okay. So that is YouTube. You can also check us out on TikTok. That's also where all those shorts will be there as well. So if you're there, hey, you can check us out on Twitter, or potentially Threads might be starting. Oh, did you hear about Threads there, Lowry? I know you've been in Nebraska.
Hardly.
It just,
I guess I did.
yeah, it just dropped.
Is this why I much more care about Zucks and Elon doing a cage fight?
Oh, that would be pretty sweet.
And so
yeah.
that's what I want to have happen. I don't care about who does what there.
Yeah. So Threads is like the new Twitter, but it's not. It's I don't know. It's the same thing. You know, it's whatever. So
Right.
But we might have some other things happening. We do have the store that is gonna. That's something that I'm gonna be working on vacation. Hopefully, starting to get that up. So stay tuned for the store. And I guess we do post stuff on Twitter. We've gotten a lot of followers lately, so don't give up on us on Twitter. If you're on there, you can follow us there. You can also direct message us there, or you can direct message us by shooting us an email at commandersmiths@gmail.com. And now it is time for this. A Smith. Oops. I'm going to our next segment, but we're going to take
All
a
right.
shot.
Josh, number 2. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks
number
for being
two.
back.
Hey, number 2. You said hey, Josh, number 2.
This is our second shot.
I got you.
Stop trying to confuse me.
All right, here we go. I didn't let it sit in the mouth. That's what she said. Oh,
Oh my God.
there is no
I got the
description.
chills.
Are they multiplying? And you're
What?
losing control? It's electrifying.
Fucking.
You better shape up. Because I
never watched
need
that
a
movie.
man. What? What? I love Grease. Well, loved
How
it.
old are you? Are you fucking 70?
I'm 40, pretty much. It's like 70.
That's true. I'm only 39, so that's a big difference right there.
Way younger. All right, I gotta get
Right.
the other beer.
Right.
All right.
Oh my God. All right. So I tonight am drinking Ale Smith's Speedway Stout, Imperial Stout with coffee. It's 12%. 12%.
Oh
I'm,
shit! You're gonna be ham boned at the end of this.
I might get fucked. That's why I was sleeping in the basement, because
Oh no.
the smell. I can't believe that Malort and Imperial Stout smell good together.
Ugh.
So
God dang.
Great.
Lord. All right. All right.
Top 10 overused commander cards.
All right.
that's good improv right there.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice
All right.
job.
So we're getting to our top 10 here. There is no order to this. We're just going to kind of go back and forth with ours. We'll start with one of Lowry's.
Goldfish?
What?
like the cheese cracker that children have on hand?
What about the goldfish? Because it's on there. If you chase the
No,
Malort
he's-
shot with goldfish, it kills the taste. Really? I don't have goldfish.
I do. I might. I don't know.
We might have to try that tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, do some prep work, see what happens.
My audio isn't loud, right? Because Josh was like, fuck, that was loud. It was right into the mic. All right. So we have our top 10 overused, not overrated, just overused. Like these,
Right.
yeah, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't play with these, but maybe you shouldn't play with these in every single deck. Don't have, like, it's almost like not necessarily staples, but kind of staples that you don't necessarily, you're just putting them in to put them in because they're good cards. So we did this over a year ago at this point. God, I'm going to take a bean because I need this taste to go away. This is going to be either
Like the bean.
buttered popcorn or rotten egg. Here we go.
Are you gonna flick the bean or what?
I did.
All right.
I did.
I don't know what this is gonna be.
Buttered popcorn, bitches. That
I'm
tastes
glad.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Really good. There's a lot of stuff happening on chat.
that's not good.
My little cold just sounds like a smoker's cough or smoker's laugh. All right. Okay.
I don't know
So
what that is. That's not good.
what color was it?
It's red.
So you either have Old Bandage or Pomegranate.
No, it's definitely not pomegranate.
So you got an Old Bandage.
Yeah, it's probably an old bandage.
Basic lands, Chris says, are overused. In general, are overused. No, they are not. You need to have, there's a lot of Shieldred, the Apocalypse.
That's a pretty damn good card.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna name off cards that we hate?
I see
Seeing
Arcane
across the table?
Signet from Josh, Soul Ring. Yeah, I mean, that is, I have recently made, I think, one of the decks in the last 3 or 4 months here, one of the newer decks, I didn't put Soul Ring in there. I know what, but I didn't add it in there because it just didn't feel like it needed the ramp stuff. You're struggling with that bean. That's what she said. Is that what she said, Lowry? Lowry, what are you doing down there? You're struggling with that bean. I can't find it. I don't know where it is.
And that's when you give up and you say,
Hello, boobies.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, I'm drinking that Uda pills again. It's the one that looks like a sweatshirt.
Uda pills is good.
Yeah. It's a unfiltered dark lager. All right. So let's start with your first one, Larry. Why don't you break down what you got here on your first one of the overused commander cards?
I'm going to attack Explore. This is actually I love this card.
You do?
But I do. I don't
like
really
it in
play
your,
it.
You like it in your landfall decks, right?
I don't even know if I played in my landfall decks. I'd rather just play ramp.
Yeah, that's a good
Right.
point.
So here's a problem. It's not a bad card. And we should say that. That should be the name of this bit. It's not a bad card. But it's not supposed to be in 107,000 decks on EDH Rec.
Crazy.
That's a lot of decks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a green cantrip. I get it. And that's just kind of what it is. The land part is not necessarily ramp. If I'm putting this in a deck, I consider it a draw spell.
Yeah.
Not a ramp spell. For that. But also bandage.
I was gonna say, are you struggling with that bean? Like, this is almost worse than the hot beans. I mean, at least
No, because those you get hiccups. You can't even we're moving forward here. It's fine. But it's just kind of a green cantrip, and I get it. I get it. I like it. But again, I don't put it in any deck. I'd rather play the incremental draws like Elemental Bond. I'd rather play, the I think it's Garrick's Triumph or something that's going to draw me a bunch of cards. This just I like this better than Harmonize.
Yeah. Well, that was on our top 10 from before. Was Harmonize got knocked off of there? Yep. That and actually Josh put in Counterspell. Counterspell was our number 1 pick from last
that was
last time we did
and so 107,000 decks is a lot, and maybe it's just because there isn't anything else really like it in green, so it's like just going to go in mono green automatically. But it's in too many decks.
Right.
Just add Sensei's Divining Top and you're good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. A guy will like that. I have plenty of green decks, and this is not in any of them. Not a single deck has this. I've never played this card, so
it's not that I haven't played with it, but like Simic Growth Spiral is better.
Well, but I mean, just play Burgeoning. You know, is that what I'm thinking, or Exploration? Which one of the one that
Exploration allows you to play an
additional
extra land per turn.
Right. Okay. Right. Burgeoning's every time they play a land, you can play a land.
Yep.
So why not play those? I'd rather have a permanent that's out that you can use multiple times. And you might have already said this, and because chat is like very chatty, and so I'm reading everything.
They're going off.
But I'd rather have something that you can play additional lands. So you play your Oracle Moldiah. We have plenty of cards that are permanents that allow you to do it every turn, add an additional land, play that. I'd much rather have that.
And that's I think most people are playing this hopefully for just the cantrip draw card part at lower. That's my thought of what's going on. But if you're in any other color, if it's mono green, I guess, but any other color does not need this. Like if you're green X or green XX,
yeah,
I just don't like it.
I mean, basically
I would just say build a better deck.
Right. If you're playing with this.
Exactly. Exactly. What's your first one you want to talk about?
Which one do I want to start with? Do I get controversial? No, we'll start low.
You wanted to save the controversial.
Yeah. We'll work our way up. Okay. Imperial Seal is what I will start with. Yes, it is a tutor, which I guess I should get the fart button because it is a tutor, which that's not the reason. I did look at our list from before. I did have Diabolic Tutor, so I do have like kind of a theme, I guess, going on here. But this one in particular, you know, it got reprinted in the Double Masters.
Yeah.
And this is the one it's a one black sorcery. That's my point with this one. 1 black sorcery. Search your library for a card. Shuffle your library. Put that card on top. You lose 2 life. The losing 2 life, nothing. The part that bugs me is when you do like Worldly Tutor or Mystical Tutor. Those are all instant speed, so people don't see it coming.
Right.
This is on your turn doing that, and then people are going to try to get you to get rid of that. You know, they know you're going to get something. You're a target for a full turn cycle. And you're getting any card for that. Like, it's just, I'd much rather play something that puts it into your hand. So this is in.
But I mean, this is good if you have Sensei's Divining Top in play. Then you can.
Sure.
Sure. I'm gonna try and fit Sensei's Top into every single one of these.
Okay, I got it.
As a guy,
I want to see you work this in. This is your goal now. All right, goal to work Sensei's in. All right, I want to see how you do it. So this is in 73,000 EDH rec decks. You know, so just to give you an idea, this didn't get a reprint until Double Masters. We had, let's see, it was Portal, and that's it. Portal 3 Kingdoms, and then for it to be in Double Masters, and now we're at 73,000. I don't know what it was pre Double Masters from last spring, but this is a lot. 73,000. You can find better tutors than this. And
I think the other angle too is just what we focus on is not tutoring.
Right.
And so like
I'm saying as a tutor, it's bad. For
sure. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just taking a step further, as in like if you don't want the same gameplay, if you don't want to have the same thing happen in a deck over and over and over, don't use tutors in general.
Right.
And this is one of them that you don't have to shell out $100 for.
Yeah. It's 70 for the cheapest version of this card at this point.
And everything that Adam is saying is true. You know, it's a CEDH card to go and get your combo piece.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you should potentially be thinking about it.
Said that exact same thing. It's mostly played in CEDH. So
yep.
Stop playing
yep,
it.
yep, yep,
Stop
yep.
playing it. Stop it. Get better. I would just say, Lowry says it best.
I would just say build a better deck.
All right.
Hashtag Team Force Walk.
Get the fuck out of here. Stop it.
What? I'm only repeating what the masses want to hear.
All right.
As in one Josh. It's Josh that wants to hear it.
It's just, well, we have Doom Chipmunk that is like, what's TFW? And then Josh is like, join us. Get to the dark side. No, don't join. Listen to Renshai. Get out of there. I wish I was wearing my Urza's for Life shirt right now. You're wearing Welcome to Meat Force. I got Malort. Fitting.
At least mine has a forest on it. Hashtag Team Forest Walk. Meat Forest Walk. There we go. Hashtag Team Meat Forest Walk.
Hello, boobies.
We don't.
Enough.
We
All
don't-
right,
we
my
aren't
next
doing
one I
the,
want to talk about.
The Stump the Smith Savant, so we don't have boobies except for the end of the episode. So,
True.
all
I
right.
want to talk about Disciple of Bolus. That's going to be 3 and a black for like a 4/2 stupid creature. When an ETB sacrifice a creature, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the creature's power. This is in 43.2 thousand decks.
Jeez.
And that is not, I don't like it because it does not have flash. Right. So like there is no reason for you to be doing it. Like green has a couple of these effects that can happen at like instant speed. Momentous Fall. You have the enchantment that you can just sacrifice creatures, draw power, discard 3, whatever that one's called. And then there's like Life's Legacy at sorcery speed, but it's 2 instead of 4. A 2/1 body is nothing. And so I get this is one that I don't
get it in sack like decks, but for it to be in 43,000 decks, that's more than just it's just too many decks to have this.
Okay, but hear me out here. So I don't want to be sacking a big creature that I'm worked hard to get out.
Right.
And so what are you going to do? Sacrifice a 2/1 to gain 2 and draw 2
Right.
for 4 mana and a 2/1?
And what you're saying by instant is that you're reactionary. You're responding to somebody destroying something, and you can go, oh, well, I'm going to actually sacrifice that, gain the
Right.
life, draw the cards, and you benefit from this. For this being
And so this is happening more than likely on your turn, unless you got, shit going on. But really, like, you're either working hard to bring out a big creature, either reanimate it or casting it from, using your mana. But either way, you spent a lot of time for that creature before you're coming out. Then you're paying 4 mana to gain. Like, I can't even tell you what the optimal way of where you're putting this. Like, is it like 5 power? So you spent like 5 to 6 mana on this
to gain your 5 life and draw 5 cards is what you're saying?
Right. But then you're losing that card. Right. Like, there's just better draw in black.
Yep. I can see it.
And so I guess I don't get this. Like, you wouldn't play this in your Teysa Karlov deck.
It is not in there. Nope.
But you wouldn't, because you'd be like, well, I guess I gain a life and draw
right,
a
because
card.
they're little dudes.
Or
They're not,
2,
nothing big. Yeah.
And then I don't have a repeatable sack outlet. So like, if you're looking for a sack outlet, this ain't it either.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you want something that you can sacrifice to at least once a turn, if not multiple times in a turn. So I guess I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it why it would be at 43,000 decks.
I agree.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you at?
All right. I'll hit my next that's like similar to what I did before. But it's Damnation. We had a Wrath of God on our list from last time, and when we redid this, both of us had Wrath of God on it, and I was like, oh shit, we actually had Wrath of God before. So Damnation, if you don't know what it is, listening wise, it's 2 black, 2 colorless, destroy all creatures, they can't be regenerated. It's just board wipes in general. Like, you look at, we just did the Commander pre-con upgrades, and the amount of board wipes that were in those that are just completely pointless. It's like, I think I cut 6 board wipes. And it's like, why are we playing so many board wipes? I can understand maybe 1 or 2, but at the same point, like, I don't put board wipes in unless it makes sense, unless it's one-sided, unless You know, there has to be a thing to, I'm not just destroying the board because, you know, I'll destroy my shit too. Like, you have to have some way to protect your stuff, or you have it so it's one-sided. The fact that we play with so many board wipes, and I know it's part of our vernacular is just saying, who has a board wipe? Board wipe, board wipe. You need them in Magic. I understand that. But when if you don't play it right where you're getting a benefit from it and you're just resetting the game, that's why Commander games can go for 3 to 4 hours, because it's just like, all right, reset. We're starting over. Yeah, you have your mana. You start over, whatever. But stop playing so many damn board wipes. Put a couple on your decks. It's fine. I get it. Give you answers. But don't.
But like you said before, try and make it one-sided so that you're coming out ahead.
Right.
And when it's flat out like this, there's a reason why Toxic Deluge is a $20 card, because you can adjust and make sure you have the best creature on the board.
Correct.
Even though you're spending a bunch of life, but like, or you're getting rid of that quick horde that's, you know, token going wide, get rid of the elves or the soldiers or whatever as well. And that's really cheap. 3 mana, 1 or 2 life, you're good to go. But when you're just playing Wrath like this even, like, how many times are you worried about your opponents regenerating their creatures?
Right.
Not often. But at the same time, it takes away an avenue for you to, like, gain an advantage. There aren't a lot of cards, but if you went Wrap and Vigor or some type of troll aesthetic deck where you could regenerate your creatures, you wouldn't even want to play this either, because then it doesn't allow you to regenerate your creatures. Most of the time you're worried about indestructible anyway.
Right.
And so that's the spot. Like, this is just find a different angle, in my opinion and your opinion.
And it's not saying, again, we're going to reiterate this. It's not saying it's bad. It's not saying you shouldn't play this. There are angles to play this. Like Larry was just saying, there is, if you have multiple make your creatures indestructible, and then you cast this, perfect. You know, like you do Heroic Intervention, you use a bunch of those spells that have that. There isn't a lot that hits everything, but I mean, if you're playing white, you're gonna have a mix of that. In
Charm or plenty. Yeah. White has a
ton of
a handful of good ones.
Yeah. So if your deck is planned around that, hell yeah, play these cards. But if you're just shoving this in there as, hey, I need a board wipe, just don't. You don't need to just have board wipes and have board wipes. Figure out different ways to get rid of everybody else's stuff. Spot removal. If you can figure out some synergies with what your deck is doing, do that instead. Don't just play the easy board wipe, because then you just reset.
Agreed.
All right. We are going to hit the fifth one.
Can I go back to Josh's comment there, just saying it's better, talking about Disciple of Bolas, it's better in a Steel and Sack deck? I disagree. Like, because what you're doing is, in a Steel and Sack deck, if you're casting spells, let's say, like, Claim the Firstborn's only 1 mana, but I get that, where it's that accumulation of how much are you going to spend as well. So if you're paying 1 mana to steal a creature or it's free, I get it. But anything, like, most of them are in that 3 to 4 range. You're not going to, you don't want to be stealing 1 creature, getting an attack in, and then sacrificing it to draw a couple cards. You just spend a whole turn, 8 mana, late game. That's not doing enough. If you see what I'm saying, like, you spent 2 cards to draw with Claim the Firstborn, at best 3, and gaining 3 life. That's not doing enough for, I guess, 5-6 mana. So, and I'd much rather have repeatable sack outlets in a Steel and Sack deck that are cheap, like Attrition, or on a land like High Market, like, or Goblin Bombardment. Like, there's so many different better sack outlets than Disciple of Bolas. So that I'm done.
Now
I'm
back
done.
to your,
Conversation's done. Josh,
now
we're
to
done.
your other card.
Hashtag Team Force Walk. I'm gonna go with Thought Scour. This isn't in a ton of decks, but I hate it in Commander. It's in more than I'd like. Okay. Again, not a terrible card.
This is the one
but
I
it's
normally see. There we go.
32.4 thousand decks with Thought Scour. It's 1 blue instant. Target player could be you or an opponent. Mills the top 2 cards, and then you get to draw a card. And my experience with it, I think it's a great and modern card, especially when you can consistently cast like Snapcaster to see more cards in your graveyard. I just hashtag Team Force Walk. And I get it that it's an instant and it's a cantrip. You get to draw a card, it replaces itself. But the times where I'm targeting myself, I always, and this is just Lowry's luck, I mill the cards that I want, and then I end up drawing the cards I don't want.
It should be that alliteration is perfect. It should be a saying, Lowry's luck. It is your chaos warp luck. Like you don't.
That's also true. Yeah, that's it. Story time. So that actually originated from when I was playing football. It was a little bit after, but so I'm playing racquetball with my offensive line coach. I was done playing, and I wasn't knowing that I was going to coach yet at that point. But
did you?
We're
beat
playing, and I don't. That's not the point. What he does though is that he gets a good hit, and it just smacks me. Like I turn, and it hits me in the glasses. They get all bent out of shape. I get a big welt on the side of my head. And he kind of laughs. He's like, sorry, man, that looks like it hurt, but at least your girlfriend didn't break up with you today. I was like, it was yesterday, but yeah. And he was like, and then he giggled some more. And he's like, Lowry's luck. And I was like, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Your luck is a one-leaf clover. That's what you find. That's basically what yours is.
I've never heard that, but sometimes it's a my luck is when it rains it pours type. So right now I'm on a good run right now. So
good for you.
As good as it can be. So so that's where Lowry's luck came from. I don't use it a lot because normally it's used in that way. It's not good. So Thought Scour at 32,000 decks. I think it's way high. And even if it works in your deck, I feel like there's not enough in Commander that really gets it grinding. Like other than maybe one deck that can really utilize it very well.
I mean, if you're a self-mill deck, you're paying 1 to do 3 cards in a way. You're doing 2 and you're drawing the 1. Like,
right?
Does that payoff even feel good? Like, even if you have Brewvac where you're doubling that, it still isn't that good. Like, this wasn't even like
Brewvac doesn't work for you though.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I was going to say,
so
this wasn't in my Brewvac deck, my old one. So yeah, that makes.
I would much rather have a draw discard type card so that I know what I'm putting into the graveyard.
Yeah.
If I want to self mill or have, like the green black effect where you're looking at 4 or 5 cards and putting 1 or 2 of them into your hand and the rest in the graveyard. You just have more shot at deciding on what's going on. And so that random 2 cards, again, it hits me all the time. And so it might just be a like,
what would actually be good is if you're using a Sensei's top here and you look at your top 3 cards and all of them are land and you don't need any more land, then you could use this because that you're going to get rid of the 2 land you don't need, and then you can draw into something you do need.
Also, Sensei's Defining Top does not die to Damnation. So I just wanted to point that out.
I was like, shit, we forgot one. Did we use one for Disciple? Did we use it? Disciple of Bolus?
I don't know. It's hard to. Should we take another shot of Malort?
Yeah, I have it ready to go. Do you have yours ready to go?
All right. So basically, like example, I did use Thought Scour in my Calamax Dragon's Approach deck, but like every time I would play it out and I'd get the double trigger, it'd mill 2 of my draw spells, and then I draw Dragon's Approach when I want the opposite.
Yeah.
And then it, on the second one, it'd do the same damn thing or put a dragon in there. I'm like, God damn it. It was
all right.
It was terrible.
Chris is going to bed. Shot number 3. Oh, we got 3 beans left too. Damn it.
We do.
Damn
I see it.
All right.
All right, Josh.
Number 3, son of a bitch.
Josh, I'm just gonna. Josh.
You son
There
of a
you go.
bitch. All right. God damn it.
Oh man, I just took a big old waff of it. All right, give me a second. I got to recollect myself. Yeah. Like, are you waiting for me to take a shot?
Fuck. Josh is taking it too. Ugh.
Oh, that is just
The worst.
high octane.
It is
High
like
octane
fuel.
fun here.
It's like it's fuel that you're drinking. Oh, I've never drank fuel, but it just like you can't describe. Like I love watching all those TikToks of people just being like, we got to get that Malort guy again. You got to send more of those out because that guy was hilarious. That replaced all the booze with Malort, all the known drinks.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember his name or anything.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
All right, Josh took his. I don't know if you did
Still
2
bad.
or if you're on 3 at this point. I'm gonna take my next bean. It's the same color as the other one, so if it's popcorn again, fantastic. Otherwise, rotten egg. All
I'm
right,
doing
here
the
we
same
go.
color.
Flick,
Flicking the
flick,
bean.
flick, flick.
Josh.
Please be popcorn. Nope.
Same color as last time. Same flavor as last time. That is Band-Aid.
All right. Well, while Lowry's coping with his Band-Aid, we'll go with this one. Okay.
Yeah, it's worse than siphoning gas. I can probably agree with that.
I know people are going to be mad about this one, but Phyrexian Arena. Hear me out here, okay?
Card's mid.
It's 188,000 EDH rec decks.
That's a lot of decks.
So it's 2 black, 1 colorless. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and lose life. That's fantastic. It is a good card. But here's my argument with this. I'm not saying you can't play these both, but you should be playing Black Market Connections because it is, in my opinion, far superior to Phyrexian Arena at this point. It is 1 black and 2 colorless. Yeah, you're losing 2 life to draw the card, but it has the modes. You can choose the treasure part. You're adding ramp to it. You're adding let me pull that. Well, we're talking about this one really quick. Well, let me pull it up since I'm talking about it. I might as well. Black Market.
I guess my thing for Phyrexian Arena is it's just such a bad late game draw
Right.
that like if you're drawing it in the last turn or 2, it does nothing. It's going to draw you a card.
Right.
And then Black Market Connection, if you get 1 turn, you get a creature, a treasure, and a card. So like that feels like you're catching up quite fast if it's late.
Yep. Yeah, there's many things. Like you're saying, like the other is just drawing the card, you're losing a life. Late game, this is giving you ramp. It's giving you maybe a blocker that fits in. Maybe it's a tribal. It doesn't have to be tribal.
Right. Doesn't have to be.
I've used all 3 of these modes multiple times because it does go in, I have it in Uratet. I have it in every black deck. This is in there because it hits the 2 things of draw and ramp for me. And it's fantastic. So I get you can play both. Why not both? That whole little GIF with that is why not both? I wasn't playing Phyrexian Arena before Black Market Connections that often, like it never like stood out to me necessarily that I wanted to play it. I understand it's good, but since Black Market Connections came out, like it doesn't even make it into the cuts of anything that I build. So it's in, did I say? Oh, I did say that 188,000 EDH rec decks. Basically, if you have a black deck, it's like going in there, the other one
I think you can take it out now.
Yeah. Well,
Unless you have the Phyrexian script on it.
It's pretty
That's a
sexy.
gorgeous card. That's this art
Let's see if I can get that one pulled
with
up.
which is we all know that Jace is the little spoon from this card.
Yeah.
So big old Gorgon hug from behind.
All right, Lowry,
What are you
let's
doing
get
with that tail?
Where's the other one going? I don't know. Oops, that's the
Yikes.
wrong hole. All right.
Which one does Jace want it in?
I don't.
Urethra?
it's
That sounds terrible.
It's in the back. Okay, let's keep moving on.
Trouble,
Damn.
trouble. All right.
Nice. Look at you and your pop
I'm gonna go
culture.
with so my fourth, but not fifth pick. So fourth pick, I'm gonna go with Nazahol Primal Tide. Has 59,000 decks that it's in. It's like 5 colorless, 2 blue. It's a 7/7. Can't be countered. Elder Dinosaur. No maximum hand size. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. Then you can discard 3 to exile it and then have it come back into play. So
Sure, it's good. But
it's good.
59,000. How many? Who's all
Right.
playing with this? 7. It's a 7
Right.
drop. I mean, it does stuff. Yes, it does.
It does. I like that it protects itself, even though you got to discard the 3 cards. It can't be countered. It's a great control finisher, but I don't know how many cards like that are in command, or how many decks are like that in Commander. I can't see it being 59,000. We have seen it do work.
Yes, and that
I think,
but that was a huge game. That was like a
Right.
wasn't that like a 8-person
that was like
game?
an 8-person game,
Yeah, of course.
or
it's gonna do-
6-person. I think it was 8-person.
Yeah, I think it was
that
8. That was the
8-person game.
big game. Yeah.
And so, and my thoughts is, why am I putting this into a deck? Because there's plenty of beaters out there that can protect themselves, right, at 7 mana. And so I'm putting this in there to draw cards, but at 7 mana, you're not going to draw that many cards.
Right.
In my thought. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's bad.
Right.
I'm not saying it's bad. And this was a hard one for me to say because I do really like it, but it's something that oftentimes get cut. Similar, like Explore for me. Like I really like the card. I wish that I played it more, but it just 7 mana is a lot.
That's a lot. That's
Where, like, this is where what I don't know why I'd have it in a deck other than drawing. That's my point. Because again, there's plenty of beaters out there. And if the beater doesn't do anything, then what is it doing there? And this one is drawing me cards, but how many is this realistically going to draw me at the end of the game?
right. So to piggyback on what you're saying, I made this. I did this one as a proxy because I was
Okay.
going to put it in a deck. I don't remember what deck it was. It never made it into the deck. Like I made the proxy and I was like, okay, this is going in there, and it has since been cut. And I'm like, okay, so it wasn't that good to make like stay in the deck. And since then, I haven't even like gone back to it. I mean, now it is still it's a $4 card, the cheapest version. So,
Right.
you know,
Okay.
of my stipulations of $5 or more, I could just buy the card, and you know, because it did get printed in Commander Legends is where we got it again. That's
Yeah.
really the only Commander product. So for it to be in,
It was in the pre-con. So
yeah. Which precon?
the landfall pre-con for Commander Legends.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that makes
So
sense.
it wasn't necessarily.
We did get the
printed in
secret
Commander
layer
Legends.
drop with that one, that little fun guy there. But
Yeah.
for
Oh,
it to
it's a
be in
dinosaur.
59,000 EDH rec decks, like, and it's not in like precons besides the Commander Legends one.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. That's crazy that it's in that many for a 7 drop.
It's in a lot of decks. That's all I'm saying is
Because
be conscious of how many. Like I'm assuming that people put it in there to draw cards with.
yeah, but you're also depending on your opponent. Like, it's
Right.
not. It doesn't drop, and then you're like, oh shit, we need to get rid of this. It drops. Now they're counting on you to cast non-creature spells.
It's not a consecrated sphinx,
Right.
right? It's not. I had another good card example, and it's just gone.
Yeah, I agree
Niv
with that one too.
Mizzet There we go. Got it there. Came back.
Damn.
Niv Mizzet Perun, because again,
Damn you,
Niv Mizzet
Malort.
Perun, you can cast instants and sorceries and draw cards off.
Hmm.
To whereas this is your opponent's solely.
Yeah, now you're just waiting for them. If it maybe it was at opponent non-creature spell, opponent cast. No, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say at instant speed, maybe it would work a little better, or flash, but that still doesn't.
But it's a cast trigger.
Yeah,
so
yeah. That's why I said it doesn't work with that either.
Yeah. So I just probably temper how many decks you're putting it in. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I can agree with that.
How about you? What's your number 4?
I think we start to get into controversial stuff, but I am gonna say Ragavan.
How many decks is this in?
It's an 82,000 EDH rec decks.
Do you know how mad Jesus is gonna be at you?
I know.
I've never not. He builds decks just for Ragavan. I am almost sure of that.
So here's the thing with it is, yes, it's CEDH. I get it. And I don't know how many numbers they like. I think EDH Rec needs to have a separate CEDH and EDH number thing, because I want to know how many EDH decks are actually using this, because it is a 1-drop. You get a 2/1. Sweet. Monkey Pirate. Whenever Ragavan deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token and exile the top player that player's library until end of turn. You may cast that card. Cool. Be a lot better if it said you could spend mana as any color of mana. But if you're not playing the right colors here, you can't play lands. It's cast.
You get the treasure.
But you get the treasure, sure. Oh, the one treasure. I get, yeah, you can use the treasure to do it. But you do the dash. That's how you surprise them, and then after that, you got to wait a turn and all that stuff. Are you going to continuously tap 2 to do that and get a treasure off of it? Is it worth it? I just think it gets put in way too many decks. I tried to use it as well. Again, a proxy I've made.
But it's a monkey pirate.
It is a monkey pirate. It is a proxy I've made and tried to put it in a deck, and actually it probably is in a deck, but then I got brought out because it doesn't do what I want it to do. I mean, a lot of times you do have somebody that might be open, but is that dash effect, bringing it back to your hand, getting that treasure, is that worth it? Because then playing the top card, I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know, because I also have not used this in the deck.
Yeah, you own it, don't you?
I do. I got it from Alex like a year ago.
Good for you.
I set you up.
That was mean. I was super nice to you. All right. And shit. I had all right. This Ragavan is
Malort.
I am currently at the first time considering it for a deck. I plan on putting in the Balrog Durin's Bane as a treasure deck.
Ooh, you're gonna
right.
build
So
it.
it's early treasures, so I might actually play it this time.
It's not even in my Magda deck, and that's treasures, baby.
Well, but that's heavy dwarves. That makes sense.
And it's not in my Akiri deck.
Good for you.
I thought you were trying to figure out which button you wanted to press.
No, it's just blind look. So I think, it's probably just going to get beat out by Sensei's Divining Top as my 1-drop, but that's fine. And that's why, okay, Nasal Hall.
Shit.
Think of how many, right.
Yeah,
hold on. And Nasal Hall, just think of how many times you can filter the top and draw the top card with Sensei's Divining Top versus 7 mana, end of the game. You just get so much more work with Sensei's Divining Top in.
It's true. That's a good point.
By Phyrexian Arena, it's great because you get to draw the top 2 best cards and you get to choose which ones it is with Sensei's Divining Top.
Oh, we did forget Phyrexian Arena, didn't we?
Yeah. And Thought Scour.
Did we already talk about
that? You did that one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're there. All
right, let's move on. Ragavan is Ragavan. I mean, people are gonna be mad about it. I think it's way overplayed. It's good.
Probably is.
I think it's more.
How many decks was it in?
It is an 82,000 EDH rec decks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
That's a lot.
So, all right, let's get into probably your most controversial.
Yeah, I don't know how controversial it is. It was when we did a Fave 5 creatures,
We loved
this
it.
was on my top 5.
Yeah.
This was a top 5 creature for me.
for sure.
It is Tireless Tracker, and it's an almost 64,000
see
decks.
that?
What the fuck was that?
Hang on. That's my
Was that
sidebar.
Madonna Joker
Wait, I want to
version?
see that. What?
Madonna, wow. Back to
Madonna
my
brought back
non-con
to
injection during
This is just like
ICU stay.
this is like the
What the
news
hell?
side thing, and then we got some Trump stuff here, and then
Why does she has the jaws, like the metal jaws from that Bond movie? What's going on there?
It's just like the random news thing. That's
If
on
her
my
if her
sidebar.
hair was green in that picture, she'd be the Joker.
Then we got E Honda over here, which is sweet from the Secret Lair. But everything else, I'm like, I have never
All
seen
right.
this. All right, okay.
Jewel Lotus isn't on this list because we will likely do this again in a year or two. So we'll see where we're at that
I should
point.
write that down. Jeweled Lotus.
Just get it.
for next
Full
time.
art. Foil Jeweled Lotus
are the worst.
way over. I see it all the time. And I'd like to not to, even if they're trying to hide it. I see it.
All right, I wrote it down. Get ready, Renshai.
All right. Tireless Tracker is 2 and a green for a 2/2. Landfall, create a clue, and whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a 1/1 counter on Tireless Tracker. Now, it kind of does a lot, but it kind of doesn't, because clues are
They're better than food.
not without Sam.
Yeah, Sam makes it a lot better.
Makes him pretty good.
But I'd still rather draw than have life.
If Tireless Tracker was my commander, I would be happy. I'd build that deck. But clues are so goddamn fair.
They are.
That they're almost
Too
not
fair.
worth having. They're great in the, like, in case I run out of cards bit.
Which,
But
if that
before
happens, that means
I would just say build a better deck.
Right. And they go good. You know, it's perfect for a clue deck, right? If you're a clue deck, it's perfect. The thing, it's just the clues, you're not going to be drawing off of it. So if you can sacrifice the clues in some other way and put 1/1 counters on it, that can be good. But it's
more often
being
than not,
in
you're
almost
ending up
64,000 decks.
Yeah,
Right.
well, and you're more often than not ending up with, at the end of the game, you still have clues just sitting there. 'Cause-
Right. And that feels like a waste. So maybe that's that feel bad part. It's been in 1 or 2 precons at this point.
Mm.
So I'm guessing that's kind of what's pushing it. Also,
Secret
it's
Lair,
like landfall,
mystery booster,
draw.
the list. Yeah. March of the Machine Commander. Yep. So yeah. I totally agree. We both loved this card when it came out. You know, it's Fave 5. It's good. You get the treasure, you get the artifact triggers if you have other things that trigger off of artifacts entering, you know, that fun stuff. And if you have what's his nuts out? Academy Manufactor, then you get a treasure and a food with it. So that's kind of fun in itself. But
So maybe it's in the right amount of decks. Like, there does seem to be a lot of utility there.
what was
Right.
it? It is
It's almost
63.
64,000 decks.
Yeah,
It
that's
just
a lot.
Seems like a lot.
And I'll say it again. I will say it many times. I made this proxy, and
Oh, it used to be a $10 card.
think it's in 2 decks, maybe.
3/2.
I think it is in Daryl because Daryl does a lot of landfall, like landfall decks are really good with this. Like hence the name.
But again,
landfall.
I didn't have it in my Omnath 4-color deck. It does not make. It made the 4-color landfall deck that I made with the 2 guys on the front, the non-black 4-color. So I did that, but that's
the friendship one, is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, and not friend, but like this
Hug
did
Brothers?
make Mike and
Is that what you're
Will.
talking about? No.
Yeah, Hug Brothers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And so it makes decks,
It's not bad.
but it has not
It's
made
not
64,000 of my decks. That's all I'm saying. Right. Should we take a bean? Should we flick a bean?
Yeah, we'll flick a bean before the last one. All right, I got a confetti one.
I'll do a confetti one then too.
All right.
I have-
Could be Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. Here we go. Oh, yeah, flick it.
Fantastic.
Thank you,
Flick
Josh.
it. Thank you, Josh.
Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti.
That's really
Yeah.
good.
That's
Mm.
like bubblegum.
Yeah, it is. That's really good.
Yeah. That's like the
Thank
pink
you,
stuff
Josh.
that is
Yeah.
in
Yeah, the twisty gum things. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I want
could
more of those.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if Josh feels like he wasted money there, but
he wants. I'll tell you this, Josh. It's stuck on my tooth.
that's how he gets us. There we go.
There we go. All right. Probably the most controversial one is next. Not because it's mine, but it's
You're just a pot stirrer, sir.
All right. It
I
is
don't
not.
even know what you.
It's not.
Why
even
would
for
you
the
even
clicks.
say this?
It's not for the clicks. But it's Cyclonic Rift, man. I mean, Cyclonic Rift. Since I got called out for it.
That's kind of true. That's kind of true.
It kind of is actually. Let me tell you how many decks while I'm pouring this Malort here because we're getting ready for fourth.
Hashtag Team Force Walk. Yeah, I poured mine too. Here. Okay, so this is one thing that we have said precast a bunch of times, but there is a difference between overused
and overrated.
Overrated.
This is not overrated. This is so
I don't think
good.
any of these cards are overrated.
No.
I don't think. I'd have to rethink about it because they are different things. But we're just saying overused. And Cyclonic Rift is probably one of the biggest offenders of being overused.
I think it's in the top 10 cards in Commander. I think that's where I saw it.
I
have
believe
to look
you.
back because it's in 409,000 EDH rec decks.
How many?
409,000 EDH rec
That's
decks.
a lot of decks. Yeah, that's every blue deck ever made. Essentially.
Josh just wrote, "I'm taking a shot. This is crazy talk." Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, so let me argue for it for a second.
Being overused.
I'm going to argue for it for a second to say why in a lot of my decks, if I didn't have the right answers or I want to have an answer for everything. I want to at some point be able to be like, okay, if somebody plays this, an artifact or an enchantment or this, I have an answer for everything. This in a blue deck is an answer for everything. It bounces every non-land card, so you can't target lands, so that's one thing you can't target. So that's why it always would creep into my decks. Every time I had a blue deck, I would just, hey, this is my answer for everything. Now, as I got called out for it,
yes,
and as our deck,
and a few years after of being called out constantly, you've changed.
As our deck building has changed a bit, and we've really gotten more theme-wise. I try to figure out my answers within my theme. Now, if I can't, sure, it might make it in there. But I don't think in the last 2 years I've built a single deck that has blue in it that will have Cyclonic Rift in it. Don't get me wrong. It's so good. Understand.
It's so good.
But 409,000 EDH rec decks, what that is telling me is that anybody that builds a blue deck is this is just in there. This is my soul ring into this blue deck. And you don't.
I would almost say that this is the definition of overused.
Right.
Because not because it's not fucking amazing, but because it's just because you only have one blue deck, all of the people that you play with have at least one blue deck. And most of them have more. And you probably have more. And so it's just when Cyclonic Rift happens every game, you can't get away from it. It's overused. As in it does not change the game when you play a Soul Ring. Even though everybody has a Soul Ring in every goddamn deck, as long as it's not turn 1 or 2,
which happens
a mid to late game
game
Soul Ring is okay.
Right.
It's not oh my god, fucking Soul Ringed us. You know what I mean? It's not a basic land, Chris. It's fine.
He's not on anymore. He went to bed.
Right.
He has
I know.
a basketball tournament. He'll
It's
get
fine.
it tomorrow.
He'll listen later, I'm sure, maybe. But you know what I mean? There isn't a card out there that just swings the game so much in your favor that is played like this. When you talk about the top 10 cards, you're talking about fast mana. And that's it. It's like fast mana and then Cyclonic Rift.
Spot removal is like the top.
But when you're talking spot removal, what are you even talking about?
It's like Path to Exile and Swords are in like the top 3.
Okay.
And then it's
no.
Okay. I
Okay.
think so. Well, let's do it really
Arcane
quick.
Signet,
Let's do this
Soul
really quick.
Ring.
EDH. I remember looking at it. So cards. All right, these are going to be our top cards. So let's do the past 2 years. Okay, yeah, sorry. Soul Ring,
yep.
Arcane, Swords, Cultivate, Counterspell, which was our number 1 last year. All right, so it isn't in the necessarily the top 10, but there it is right there. So we got
4, 8, 12.
4, 8, 12, 16. It's the 17th most played card in Commander out of all decks that are out there.
And I would say if you cut the Signets out of there and then Soul Ring, Arcane, like the fast man out of there, it's essentially a top 10 card.
Yeah,
I'm
3.
Yeah. And so
4.
that's my only thing. All of those cards don't swing the game nearly in your favor as Cyclonic Rift.
Yep, that would be if you cut out the Mono Rocks and the fast mana, it is the top 5 card. That doesn't even count like the removal and all that stuff. So yeah.
So I just use it more sparingly.
Right.
Again,
and I'm not saying don't use it. We're not saying don't use it. Just don't, if you have blue, you don't have to throw it in there. It is not. So the blue decks that I've built in the last, this year, Uritet, not in there. Edgin, that's a 2-color. That's red and blue, not in there. Tom Bombadil, not in there. That's a 5-color. I think those are my only 3. I can't think of anything else of mine that I built in this year, but that have blue in it. Those are the 3. None of those have it in there, and it could easily hit all the things, the marks of removal, all that stuff. But I'm like, nope. Consciously not using Cyclonic Rift because you see it, like you said, that was such a good point. You almost see it. If you're playing a game, if you're playing one Commander game in a night, you probably won't see it. But if you're doing like when we play Commander, it's a day. It's like a 12-hour thing. You at least see it a few times, and not by the same person. It's multiple players. Everybody has their Cyclonic Rift. If they're playing blue, it's probably in there. Don't feel like you have to put this in there. Like the Mono Rocks, here's Soul Rings and stuff.
I just did a quick count. And out of the 12 decks I could have it in, I think I have 18 decks right now. So 12 of them have blue in them.
Good for you.
Got me. That's fair. All right. I only have it in 1 deck.
That's good.
I have it in a Layla, and that's what I try and have. And I'm only very sure it's in there. I'm not 100% that it's in there.
See, and I think since we've had the discussion on it, since I've built decks, since that time, I should say, I consciously do not put it in. Like that is not a thing that I consider anymore. It's like, all right, I am sick of seeing Cyclonic Rift. Hey, I have a proxy of that one as well. But
if you want to become a patron, you can get a full art proxy of Cyclonic Rift,
that, or the X-Men version of Storm.
That is a good one.
Sexy one.
That's a pretty good one.
It makes me want to use it, but I don't. But yeah, so since we've been doing
and just think when you have a Sensei's Divining Top, it's not going to come back to your hand. You can just tap it, draw a card.
Look at that.
And then you don't.
What was yours? Did we get yours? Tireless Tracker?
For the Tireless Tracker? Probably not.
No, we didn't. Tireless Tracker.
That's all right. You can draw into that land that you need to land drop.
There you go.
For Tireless Tracker.
Then you draw, then you tap 2 to draw the card or another card. So you get your land drop, you tap 2 to make Tireless Tracker better.
So all we're saying is that Sensei's Divining Top is not overplayed, and you should play it more. Every deck you have.
I wonder what's going to be on our list tomorrow.
What is it? What is that definition? Are we doing underplayed?
We're doing underplayed.
I don't know if we got to say Sensei's Divining Top is underplayed. I don't know if I'd agree with that either.
Let's check with this.
It should be above Soul Ring. Is that what we're saying?
Oh,
Is that the
yes.
stance of the Commander Smiths?
Let's see. Sensei is dividing top. Your
Sensei's Dividing Top should be in
Hey!
every pre-con instead of Soul Ring.
Oh, that would be crazy.
188,777.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not enough, but that's respectable.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at
I'm
that.
not mad, but
Right.
it should be played more. It's an artifact. It should be played more than Cyclonic Rift at 409,000 EDH rec decks. Just saying, because it should
The
be
definition of this list. It is overplayed. People are sick of it. If your play group rolls their eyes for the second Cyclonic Rift in a game,
which we have seen that,
which we have seen
multiple times. It's not just once.
Right. Because normally what happens, and I don't fault people for Teferi's protection, but
I love it.
Teferi's protection out of that Cyclonic Rift, then it comes around to them, then they rift that one person.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking magic.
All right. If you guys have any suggestions of overused cards that you think should have made our list, make sure to put that in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. Otherwise, shoot us a message maybe on Twitter or maybe Threads. I don't know. We're not on there yet, but we might be. We're not going to add work this month because we are vacation mode activated.
Oh, I should say, if you've made it this far, I plan on doing deck building Wednesday night
Oh, good for you.
of the Balrog Doran's Bane Treasure theme.
Oh, shit. You're not going to be able to hear this, but I know it blows out for you.
Oh, something.
It is the you shall not pass. So just it adds to the
That spot. Oh god, it's so goddamn good. Yeah, so I'll be deck building live stream Wednesday, July. What's today? 7th, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Hello,
July 12th.
boobies.
Yeah, baby. All right, is that
All right.
it? We got everybody mad at us about Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, we're good. No one's mad about it. I mean, we lost a
No,
lot
Josh.
of people.
Josh took a shot over it. He is more than angry.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, Josh, let's do one for you, buddy.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
A Smith.
Oh,
I got to cut that one out.
Perfect.
I really wish that one, because we haven't had a blowout, knock on it, when my audio blows out for my bits.
Yeah. Josh,
Number 4.
number 4.
Tomorrow we're going to do the
Cheers,
same
mate.
thing. Son of a bee. Oh, not a great way to start the vacation off.
Punch the mic. Ugh.
All right, so I will make sure to get not strong beers tomorrow. I am sorry, Chris. Your whiskey is going to have to wait till I get back. Ugh. We have one last bean to. Ugh. Mother effer. All right. Ugh. All right, here we go. Gonna try here. I'm gonna eat the bean now because I just need
You can
something.
do the bean now?
Yeah, let's flick it. You want to do it, or are you gonna wait? I want a different taste in my mouth. Then
Yeah, fine. All right. I got the popcorn or rotten eggs.
toothpaste or something, blueberry, something. Ooh,
Lick.
ooh, berry blue, buddy. I got good ones. Thank you,
Thank God.
Josh.
Yeah, thank God. That's buttered popcorn again.
Ooh,
I don't know
like
if I
that.
could handle the rotten egg one there.
I will say, Bean Boozled, the good ones are really good.
Quite good.
I want Tutti Frutti. I want that as like a pack because it is just like eating bubble yum, or not bubble yum. It's whatever those. Is it bazooka? Bazooka gum?
No.
Is
It's
bazooka
just
gum?
the Halloween pink one.
Well, what's
You only
bazoo-
get it at Halloween where they're in the twisty tie.
It's the people that go to Menards and they just buy the bag of old candy that
Industrial
where you
gum
get, where you get the
infused with asbestos and fiberglass.
where you get the peanut orange peanut thingies or whatever those things are. You know, the
Circus
marshmallow
peanuts?
Yeah, do you like those?
Yeah, those are fucking good.
I know you.
People
you're-
rag on that shit. That's
you're-
good.
You're fucking weird.
All right. It's tasty styrofoam. I am all about that.
All right, let me get
Orange
to-
slices, circus peanuts, a little bit of nut roll.
Yeah, you would like that.
I would. I love nut rolls. Plan on nut rolling tonight. That's a masturbation joke, maybe. I don't even know if it worked.
I gotta find our button. We haven't done this one for a little bit. What are we're doing staple verses? No, we're doing staple verses, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Remember when we said we were gonna have a short episode?
Oh shit, we're an hour and a half. What the fuck happened here? Oh, Malort.
It's your fault.
I can't find. Okay, there we go. All right, ready? Here we go.
Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler.
Staple versus. All right, so we had 2 weeks ago. We had Ancient Tomb going against City of Brass. Lowry. Where do you think this shook out?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure. I'm sure it's close.
You cocky motherfucker.
I'm guessing
it might be because I told you what the results were before.
I'm gonna say that Ancient Tomb won. Just pure guess. I don't know. What do you think should have won?
This was a blowout. This was a fucking blowout. I didn't think it would
blowout.
80% total from Discord and YouTube. Twitter I did not even count because it's Twitter. It's gonna be, what is it? I don't remember the name of the other one. Threads. I was like Threshold. I was like, no, that's a thing for Magic.
No, that's not right. Yeah.
80%. You had Discord voted 86% for you. YouTube was 79, average of 80%. You win. You get the crown.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You guys are all wrong. All right.
Get out of here.
All right. This week, these are the proxies of them, by the way.
If you want to become a patron.
If you want to become a patron, look at that. Smuggler's Share versus Fable.
It's fucking shameless.
Of the Mirror Breaker. Hey, the Fable the Mirror Breaker proxy was it's one of my favorite proxies from this like calendar year. Like I loved how this one turned out, both sides of it. So that's just a side note, has nothing to do with what we're arguing here, but doing the cracks on the actual card, it looks awesome. I love this. And in foil is fantastic. Anyways, you have Smuggler's Share. I have Fable the Mirror Breaker. Why don't you tell me what you do with Smuggler's Share? What does the card do? Just tell me that. Tell me that.
What do I do with it?
You don't know. Just tell me it. Just tell me what the card is. What is it doing?
That's a good question. So it's 2 and a white enchantment. Give me a second to enlarge. At the beginning of
what are you doing under the table? Hands above the hands above the table, Carlos. Hand check.
At the beginning of each end step, draw a card for each opponent who drew 2 or more cards this turn. Then create a treasure token for each opponent that had 2 or more lands enter the battlefield under their control this turn.
Okay. So I have
so it draws me cards.
Sure, we're just
and it ramps me.
Hang on.
Ramps.
Hang on.
I'm just pointing out that's what it does.
Okay. So I got
what does
Fable the Mirror Breaker. It's the same CMC. We got 2 and a red this time. So we have a Boros deck. We have a red and white deck at least.
At least.
But I will say in multiple color decks, this is fantastic too. When it comes in, you create a 2/2 red. Excuse me, that was a Malort burp. Stupid Malort. You create a 2/2 Goblin Shaman, and then every time that the Goblin Shaman attacks, you get a treasure. So it doesn't
can
even
it
deal
attack
damage
right away?
No, it can't attack right away.
I would just
well, no, I mean
curious.
You don't get a treasure right away from yours, right?
I can.
It's
if I'm forcing them to put more than one land into play that turn on my turn.
So you're giving them, you're making them do lands. You're helping them out.
Exactly.
Okay. So mine is dealing with
helping you to help me.
Help me help you.
Right. I didn't say that. Help you help me.
So the second saga, the next turn, You can discard up to 2 cards. Up to 2 cards is the key word here.
Up to.
Yeah. You don't have to discard any, which actually a lot of times I don't have to. I'm like, it's fine. I don't need to discard. But late game, hey, you don't need all those lands in your hand. Get rid of those lands, draw 2 more cards. It's
and that's
fantastic.
on your like second turn after it comes out, right?
Yep. And you
So
still
your first turn, you get a 2/2.
Yep. So before the 2/2 can attack, you get your next turn, and then it's after your draw. So you draw, and you're like, oh shit, that was a bad draw. Whatever. It depends. Like, it doesn't matter when you get this. You get this early, late game, great. Because late game's awesome because you get rid of the cards you don't need. Discard them, draw those cards. Then the third saga part is it flips over, which I didn't put that on here, but it flips.
Interesting. So we cannot enter that into the evidence of.
Well, you know what we can do is card preview, and we'll just go to a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Let's do that really quick. Fable of. So
look at how much work you got to do. That's just a fucking book.
So it transforms into kind of a Kiki Jiki, except it has a little cost to it.
Wait, hold on. So it's a Kiki Jiki kind of thing, but it's not a transformer. Why does it transform? I guess I don't get that.
Sorry, it doesn't transform. It exiles and comes back into play as a Kiki Jiki.
All right,
because that does matter.
All right. See, now I'm acting
it matters.
like I meant to say that, but really I was just
You're being
just doing a joke.
You're being
just doing a bad joke. And
it actually matters with Tom the Bomb Bombadil because the exile come back and all that stuff, not transforming. Anyways, yeah. So you tap 1, create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature you control, except it has haste, sacrifice it. So Kiki Jiki's amazing. It's a great card. I'll go back. I won't cheat and keep it on this card.
Is this a fixed Kiki Jiki?
It is.
No.
It is, because Kiki Jiki is the 1 is the fixed part, because Kiki Jiki is.
You're right. Yeah.
Just tapping.
It's much worse than Kiki Jiki.
Oh.
Like much worse. Like at least by 1 mana.
Okay, maybe we'll just keep the Fable the Mirror Breaker up here instead of changing back.
So bad.
All right, I'll go back.
Compared to Kiki Jiki.
Yeah. Okay. So
this is not Kiki. Like it's not.
You're not
Kiki Jiki.
You're
right?
not playing this for Kiki Jiki. You're playing this for the first part.
You're playing it for a shitty 2/2 that might get you.
It gets me lots of treasures. It'll
get you. Hey, somebody's not going to just kill it.
Can I tell you one thing?
A dumpy 2/2.
Can I tell you one thing that has happened multiple games? This
right. I'll listen to your lie.
This creating a token copy of something.
Oh,
you create the token copy of the Goblin Shaman. So now you have 2 creatures that are attacking and creating treasure tokens because you have somebody that's open, or you attack the person with the one that's going to die anyways. You still get the treasure token. Yeah, it's pretty fun. So if people that are listening audio wise.
Hold on. Are you cheating? What happens to it? Does it gain haste?
Yes, except it has haste. It is Kiki Jiki, except it has haste. Why would it?
No. When you exile it and you bring it back into play.
Oh, this doesn't gain it. No. Yeah, any
so
saga.
You still have to wait a turn.
Sure. But now you have this Kiki Jiki. It's like Kiki Jiki in itself. You can't.
So you're doing nothing with your 2/2 that creates treasure?
What does yours do on turn 2 and 3? You're waiting for
draw me multiple cards.
Why? You depend on everybody else.
What do you mean? Why? Because people are playing Magic.
Miracle Whip.
Whip. Who are you talking about? If people are drawing multiple cards.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they?
Of course they are.
Are they?
Of course. I'm going to just say yes every time you ask me, are they?
Are they?
And so this is going
to
be.
Are you expecting everybody to be rich and have fetch lands? So you're also depending on people to play fetch lands? Because
I just expect people to be playing green and ramp. That's not a rich thing. That's Did you see how many cultivate Kodama's reach, and then you had that other stupid 2-mana one?
So only green. That was only green decks, is what you're saying.
What do you mean only green? I have more green decks than blue decks. So do you. That might be not be true.
I'm
just saying.
We love green as our favorite color.
It doesn't have anything to do with our conversation. I'm just saying people love green. Green's the most played color. Of course you're gonna have green.
You're dependent on other people doing things to help you, whereas Fable the Mirror Breaker is dependent on you being in charge.
Right.
You like to have others in charge of you.
You're setting up the situation.
I mean, you're married.
Yes,
so
you're married too. So you like Smuggler Share just as much as I do.
Touche, salesman.
You sitting there,
I
you
too
get
have an
into
uncle.
that, you're smuggling all them cookies in, you're like, I'll share it with you, hun. That's what Smuggler Share is all about.
Yeah, but you make sure that you get the biggest cookie. You give her the smallest cookie. 'Cause, you know, that's
Well, that's because I'm fat.
that's what you say. We're bigger than our wives.
Right.
Girl,
I need more
you're
calories.
belly.
Need more. So okay.
God damn it,
look,
Malort.
situationally, yep, we're trouble. Situationally, you're like, I don't have to attack with that 2/2, and I don't really discard any
do.
cards to
I
draw
attack
cards.
with it every time and get those treasures.
Do people not kill it?
No, because there's 4 people. You have 3 people you can attack.
Just kill it.
But most people don't have a creature all the time, especially if you get this out
doing?
turn 3.
What the fuck are people doing?
They're setting up their stuff, and then they don't want their stuff to die, so they don't block it. And there's so many times that this doesn't die. And then I get to the kiki-jiki part, and it's like, all right, how about 2 of them attacking and giving me treasures? And at that point, you know, game's over because I have 2 treasures coming out, and it's...
So you're saying 2 treasures wins you the game?
Well, you get the treasure the first...
What kind of ridiculousness what games are you playing? What games am I not in that you're doing this?
You know,
is this what happens when I'm not in a game with you?
I would just say build a better deck.
That's my thought too. What the fuck?
Oh,
I don't understand what you're going. This happens all the time.
it does.
I've never seen it happen.
I don't play you anymore. We haven't played our live stream in months at this point, so we haven't had.
That's true. That's true.
I did have it
Check
on the
out our
live stream.
YouTube.
Yeah, check out our YouTube of our. It's funny. You're just like, oh,
join our Patreon.
we get to summer and
fucking-
we'll be way open with like playing more games than is like both of us gone the entire month of July.
Right. There was a chance there. There was a chance.
All right.
If you
I'll
want
let
to draw
go.
cards,
Go
if
ahead.
you want to draw cards, you do Smuggler Share. If you want to attack with a creature that
you gonna
is
draw
supposed
cards?
to easily die,
Well,
yeah,
let's put
of course I'm gonna.
let's put
It's
an
every
asterisk.
end step. It's not just mine.
Yeah, let's put an asterisk next to it, though. At the beginning of each end step, draw cards for each opponent. Drew 2 or more. So another opponent that it isn't their turn could draw a card. It's not like beyond their normal draw, like some of the new cards we have, by the way, which that's why Orcish Bowmasters is kind of fantastic if you read that card. It just says if another person draws
It deals the damage.
Right. But what I'm saying is like if it's not their normal draw step, you know what I'm saying?
They take the damage.
Right. Well, you get to do 1 damage to anything and then create a 1/1 whatever.
You're right.
But that's why that one's fantastic. If this one read that way, but this one is they have to draw 2 cards. They have to draw 2. It doesn't matter if it's beyond the first one. It's not stipulating that whole part.
Right.
Am I making it more confusing? It's stupid, Malort.
No, it's not confusing. It just doesn't make any. It doesn't matter. What do you?
Wait. It's not confusing, but you almost said it doesn't make any sense.
But I didn't. And I'm just saying that people. I'm not going to say that multiple people draw multiple cards.
You don't draw 2 cards on other people's turns.
Right. It doesn't happen often.
It doesn't happen very, very, very often.
Okay. But
The varies matter.
2 cards that I love work really well with it, like Gaia Reach Sanitarium. So if everybody draws like 1 card and then you have everybody draw a card and discard a card, you get 3 triggers off of that.
You don't.
That's quite good. Yeah.
No, you don't get 3 triggers.
I'm just saying if everybody drew 1.
How did everybody draw 1 in the first place?
That's not the point of this example. The point is that you're saying people don't draw multiple
second
cards
land
on
in.
other
What is it?
people's-
Gaia Reach?
And I'm just saying they've all drawn 1. Then I can force them to draw that second one.
How did that happen?
If you have Howling Mine, you get to draw an extra card on everybody's turn. Easy. If somebody wants
Again,
to end turn brainstorm,
you're
I gotta draw a card.
You're dependent on everybody else, but then you're also dependent. The Gaia Reach doesn't even work. What's the other card that's making everybody draw? The other land. What's the other one that doesn't make the discard?
There's another one.
What's the non-discard?
Mikakoro.
There we go.
Center of the Sea.
So you do that one first, and then you do that one second. So you're what, 7?
6 mana in.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7 mana in. I couldn't remember the cast. 7 mana in, and now you're
Now I get to draw 3 extra cards.
You win. You always do.
Right. That's good. That's a good pylon.
You have those 3 in play, out of a 100 card deck.
No. You're saying that's the only way this works. And
No,
clearly that's
no.
not going to be the case, right? People draw cards.
Right.
I draw cards on other players' turns.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, are you saying that people don't draw? I could draw 1 to 2 per turn. I will likely draw 3 cards by the time it comes back to me.
Good for you.
Is that the first time you've ever done a good for you on any card ever? That's a great card if you're pressing that button right now. That's a compliment. You just gave me my crown back next week.
Yeah, right. Well, we got like 3 weeks before this one's done. We have 2 votings that'll be up, by the way. So this one will be up, and we have another staple versus tomorrow that'll be up. So you guys will have 2 opportunities. Is there more you want to say? Because I don't feel like I need to say.
I have
much
better
more.
draw. You have mediocre ramp, but probably better than my. I'll give you that.
Oh,
and then you can,
and the possibility of me duplicating something else I have on I didn't even go in that route. I went off of, hey, we have this token that I'm creating. I'm not going, hey, Magical Christmas, this is the card I have out, and now I have another one of them out. I'm just going off of what's on the board. That's all I'm doing, because that's what this card is. It just creates. It doesn't need other things to make it better. It's good by itself.
You really got that like calm.
I know. You didn't interrupt at all.
Voice going on right now.
Kind of
I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was about to fall asleep.
Oh, come on! It just sounded nice. It sounded sexy.
No, it did. It sounded like you could have been probably on the radio or something at some point in your life. I don't know.
Hey, did I tell you that I was on the radio at one point in my life? Hit the button.
You were
hitting the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.
You're right.
Oh, good for you.
You were.
All right. All right. Is there anything else you want to say about your card?
You would have been like, there's severe weather in your area. You should look out the fucking window. And then they'd be like,
get into your basement.
He
Get away
seems
from windows.
pretty calm. I'm not worried about this. Are you?
Get the fuck into your basement. Get the fuck out of there.
I'm fucking worried. You should be careful. That's you're
Josh,
just fucking.
You killed us, Josh. You killed us. All right. That should do it for this week. What you guys could do is vote for this one. We also have, like I mentioned, if you're watching this now, if you're watching this anytime Friday or before Saturday on the 8th, we will have the live cast at 9 p.m. And it will disappear, so you won't get to see it after that. We won't know the winners of this, so you'll have 2 weeks to vote on both of these. Get that out of there. I think that's about it. So tomorrow, for those of you that are tuning in, we will do the top 10, our Fave 5s. These we won't know. Lowry and I will keep those secret.
It's true.
From each other. But our Fave 5 underused cards and Malort will be involved because Josh is back in town. All right, guys. That should do it for this week. We will catch you next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya. Oh, shit.
Bye.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas.
Hello, boobies.
Boobs.
I'm Barker for Honkers.
I love boobs. Thanks for the memories. I love boobs.
God damn Malort.